What's up, my fellow Guardians? Bryan here. I'm bringing you another gameplay today. This time it is Control on the map Asylum on the Ishtar Sink on Venus. I end up going pretty ham in this game. I dropped that 30 bomb. I get 32 kills. I'm not sure on the number of deaths, but I end up having a KD ratio of like 6 point something, so I don't get that many deaths. Yeah, it's a pretty awesome little game. I think you guys will enjoy it, so sit back and relax as I get into the topic of today's video, which is Control, tips and tricks, but before I say that, check this out. Just knocking them down. Getting that triple down with the Thorn. Seriously, guys, if you have Thorn, haven't leveled it up yet, use it. It's freaking awesome. If you have Hawk Moon, use that. Don't use Thorn. Yeah, let's get right into the tips and tricks here for Control. First tip is know the points and know exactly where they are, just because once you know this, you'll be able to predict enemy movements pretty accurately. So depending on what points you have and what points the enemy team has, you'll be able to figure out where the enemy team is going to be and where they are at the current point in the game. So that is very crucial to your success in Control. Second tip is use a crowd clearing super. Now I think the two best supers for this are Nova Bomb for the Voidwalker Warlock and Fist of Havoc for the Striker Titan, just because a lot of times the enemy team will group up in usually groups of more than two, so around flags, you know, when they're trying to capture it. So a lot of times if you use these supers, you can get like, I don't know, 2 to 3 kills per super, like pretty often, you know, which is pretty good. So, but I am a believer in all of the supers in the game. I think they can all be effective if utilized properly. Like the Defender Titan putting up a bubble when you capture a point, that helps a lot. Also, you know, both of the Hunters supers can clear out points as well. So, but I do think the Nova Bomb and the Fist of Havoc are probably the two best for Control. So, yeah, tip 2, crowd clearing super, use one if you can. Third tip is always try and capture points. Don't camp. Don't sit there and try to rack up kills and get that pretty little KD number. Don't be a little bitch. Be a team player. Try to capture points. And capture them when you need to capture them. Your teammates will like you. You'll feel better about yourself. And yeah. But yeah, in all seriousness though, do try and capture points when you have to. You know, getting a high KD is fun. I know. I enjoy getting a high KD game just as much as any other guy, but high KD doesn't always win you the game when you're playing Control. So yeah, always keep that in mind. And the fourth tip, this is going to kind of contradict what I just said, but defending can be just as important as capturing. Now, basically, when you play Control, you really want to try and capture 2 points and leave 1 for the other team. Basically, that makes it so they always spawn in one area, and it's just easier to predict their movements, and it's easier to establish a lockdown and establish map control. So you'll see me in pretty much this whole game. I am hanging out in the top middle platform here of this building on Asylum. Just because I'm guarding B, and we pretty much have B and A most of this game. So once we have B and A, they'll always come from C, and basically they'll always come through this door, or they'll come in from the bottom or from the side. So I pretty much, hanging out in this area, I pretty much effectively have all of their entrances into the B flag covered. Yeah, so once you got those 2 points, go set up in an area near the middle flag. Usually, on most maps, once you're kind of set up near the middle flag, you'll be able to effectively cover all of their entrances into the middle flag. So you'll just be able to hold stuff down that much easier. So yes, this does contradict my earlier point of not camping, but I guess the overall main thing I want to emphasize about those 2 last points I give is capture when you have to, and defend when you have to. So, yeah. So for a quick recap, first tip: know the points, know what their locations. You'll be able to predict traffic really well once you do. Second, use a crowd clearing super if possible. Once again, Fist of Havoc and Nova Bomb are the two best in my opinion, but all the other supers I think can be utilized really well in Control if you know how to use them. Third tip: always try and capture points when capturing needs to be done. If you have to, you don't need to capture anymore. You just need to defend. And which leads me into the fourth and final tip: is defend. Defending is just as important as capturing. So, yeah, just always remember: defend when you have to, and capture when you have to. So, yeah, that's about all the tips I have. Asylum, in my opinion, is I don't know, at least for Control, it can kind of go one of two ways. You either just destroy on it, or it's just a shit show, in my opinion. But overall, it's a good map, I think. I think it's one of the... it's definitely one of the maps in the game where when you play Control on it, you're not at a disadvantage spawning at B or I'm sorry, spawning at C or A. You can easily win spawning from either, I think. So, yeah, let me know in the comments, what are some of your guys' own personal Control tips that you always keep in mind when you play Control? Leave them in the comments. I would love to hear some. So, yeah, that's about it for this video. If you liked it and or found it informative, please leave a like, and I greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel for more Destiny content just like this, and I will catch you Guardians later. Bye.
Enemy captured Zone C. Only 5 minutes left. Zone A lost. You captured Zone A. Heavy ammo on the way. Zone A lost. Heavy ammo available. Enemy captured Zone A. Zone C neutralized. This is
Yeah, love.